Hi, babes. Welcome back to the LVME Unbroken podcast. This is where we swallow the big pills, not the little ones. I am your host, Mercedes, and happy Sunday or Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, whatever day you're watching this. Happy day to you. We're back with a juicy topic, and this one hits a little bit closer to home. I have a lot to say about this, but I'm going to try my best not to drag this video. I want you to use this as a sign to let them go. Let them go. This is mainly focusing on friendships. Some of this can apply to a relationship as well, but I'm speaking from a friendship point of view. And I think it's time for you to let them go. This is me speaking to myself as well. So it's not just, I'm not just giving advice and not knowing how to take it. I'm speaking to myself as well. But when I say let them go, you don't have to let them go with anger. You don't have to let them go with frustration. You don't have to let them go and hold a grudge against them. Let them go gracefully. Your job is to let them go gracefully. That's anybody. I don't care what they did to you. I don't care what they said about you. Because if I haven't learned anything else, I've learned that it is not our job to judge people. Their actions is a result of how they feel about themselves. Their actions is a result of things that they're going through personally, and it has absolutely nothing to do with you. So I've learned not to judge people based on their actions, because it has nothing to do with me, quite frankly. And I say that humbly. Our job is to move with grace. So you need to let them go. How did we get to this point? Maybe we're talking about a friendship that you just knew, you knew this was going to be your dog forever, like your bestie, your best friend, like nobody or nothing could come in between y'all. Like you just knew this was your forever friend, turned sister, turned brother. I don't know, but this is supposed to be a forever type of person, But life has happened and tables have turned, and you have now realized that that's not going to be the case at all. Let me tell you about the type of person that I am. I am a person with a huge heart. I am very giving. I am very understanding. I'm such a lover girl in every aspect. Friendships, relationships, family relationships. I'm such a lover girl, such a giver. I try to be there for everyone. I try not to judge people based off of things that make them different from others. I try not to judge people off their actions. Sometimes you gotta believe what you see. Sometimes I ain't gonna lie. But I'm just that type of person. I am lion-hearted. I have a huge heart. Made of gold. And I know that. That I am fully aware of. Like I know that for a fact about myself. And so when I make friends and I carry these friendships, it's a big deal to me. Friendships isn't just like little, it's not a little thing to me. Like I take them very seriously. I've made mistakes along the way in like expecting people to treat me the way that I treat them just because I'm treating them a certain type of way. That's probably one of the biggest mistakes I've made. But I will give anybody that I care about anything, even if it's my last, like if they are in dire need for it, because there's now boundaries even with something like that now as I've gotten older. But if they are in dire need, like if it's a matter of life and death, or, if I got it, you're going to have it. So I take friendships very, very, very seriously. I don't like to offend anybody. I don't like to make anyone upset. So if I feel like there's like tension in my friendships a little bit, I'm a bit uneasy. I don't like confrontation. I'm just not that type of person. Never have been. God didn't make me to be that. Okay. But there's those friendships, the ones that you thought were forever, where they may have formed from a time period. They may have formed from a different time in your life. Maybe you're no longer in that stage of life, but they may be formed when you're in high school, when you were in middle school, elementary school. I mean, friendships can go back. Maybe they formed because you could relate to them in so many different ways, or y'all were walking the same stage of life at that time. And it was much easier talking to them and confiding in them because of how relatable they were. Maybe you were seeking like just some type of social support and they were there for you, even if y'all couldn't relate on anything. Maybe they were just listening. Maybe they were your listening ear, somebody you could talk to and you didn't have anybody. Like, I don't know. However that friendship formed, there's something that took place or made you cling to that person, made you declare them as a friend. This could even be a toxic situation where maybe y'all just like to gossip together. And so that's your friend because you got somebody to go gossip to. I do not recommend that at all. If that's all your friendship have to offer, baby, you should have been let it go. That's another topic for another day. We'll get there. But somehow, some way, you formed a friendship with this person or with these people in which made you trust them, confide in them, care about them on like a completely different level. Maybe you met them early on, and as you are getting older, you're realizing more and more that y'all actually don't relate at all. Not anymore. I can speak on this topic because been there, done that, still doing it. Okay. I go through these things. I've had so many people that I've been quite close to, some that I would claim as best friends, close friends, homies, whatever. But, we shared some type of a, decent friendship. And I had to let them go along the way, and they had to let me go along the way. I mean, I still have those that I cherish so much, and also new friendships being formed. But some of the people that I had to let go were some of the people that I thought were like my forever people. I thought they were my ones, I'm at a point in life where if we don't relate as far as our goals, our ambitions, our spirituality, even our thought processes, our character, if there's something there that just do not align, I no longer desire being friends with the person. Now, me no longer having a desire to be friends with them do not create any type of turmoil between us. No, there's no beef. There's no anger. There's no sadness. There's just nothing. You know what I mean? There's like nothing. Those are the friends that you end up growing apart from. Y'all grow in two totally different ways. And I've had a couple of those friendships now. A few of my friendships, they've ended on not so good terms, I would say. And then a few of my friendships ended on like more so nonchalant type of terms. Nothing was said. It's like we both know or knew like it's no longer serving. This friendship is no longer serving us, either one of us, in any type of way. So we just decided to like basically stop chatting. But there's like nothing, no beef. There's no beef. I'm not beefing with a single person in this world right now. And I say that honestly and truly, there's not a single person that I'm beefing with. Any of the friends that I've lost along the way. First of all, let me say how thankful I am for having to been able to meet any of them, because I can guarantee you every single last one of them have taught me something very valuable in life, something that I will take with me forever and even expound upon. They have all done something that affected my life in a positive way, because if they didn't from the start, I probably wouldn't have been friends with them, with the type of person that I am. But because I was friends with them, they most likely taught me something or did something to help shape my way of thinking or help me realize what I want and what I don't want. They've all done something. But I've learned that people are sometimes meant to be temporary. That's a very, very big pill, very hard pill to swallow. Some people come into your life temporarily. God only mean for you to have a relationship with them temporarily for whatever season you are in your life. That person is supposed to be there for that season alone, and then they go about their way and you go about yours. Now, everybody knows, we know that we're not stuck in the same season for life. Like some people's seasons change every month, every year, every day, every hour, who knows? And God, I believe that God sent people into our lives to teach us something for that moment or to help us through certain moments. And I believe that any of the friends that I've lost along the way, they have done exactly that. And I know you don't want to hear this, but those people are not yours to keep. Everybody that comes into your life has a purpose. Whatever that purpose is, large or minuscule, everybody comes into your life for a purpose. Once they fulfill that purpose, it's time for them to go. I don't care how much you cling to the person or not. Once they have served their purpose in your life or you have served your purpose in theirs, it is time to depart. And it's quite often that we feel like you're going to always feel when it's time to let someone go. If you're even sitting here watching this video right now, with this question in your head, like, should I let them go? I'm going to be honest with you. That's probably your sign to let them go. If you even have to question that, if that becomes a question in your mind, 9 times out of 10, child, yes, it is time to let them go. For those of you that are, and I say this respectfully, a bit delusional, like myself sometimes, or you need things told to you 50 lamb ways, or you need God to flip it, turn it, and reverse it back to you 50 lamb ways, or you just need God to constantly give you that same sign that he's already given you 1 billion times. I'm going to give you 10 reasons, and I'm sure there's a lot more that can go into this, but I'm just going to give you 10. I'm going to give you 10 reasons on why you should let that person go, or those people, whoever. And the first reason, like your reasons could fall under any of these. Like it don't have to be all of them. It can even just be one of them. Let them go. Okay. The first reason is if you find that your energy is drained when you talk to this person or associate with this person in any kind of way, let them go. We want people to feed into us. We want people to energize us. If every single time you talk to that person and your energy is just suddenly like, oh, that's like dealing with someone that complains about every part of life. They find every reason to complain about something every single day. Let that person go. And that should be the clearest red flag for you. Like, I don't know what else it would take, but that should be the clearest red flag. Let that person go. The second reason is if you find that you are constantly feeding into this person, but this person isn't feeding into you. Now, this is a bit different from the energy draining. If there are constant one-sided efforts in that friendship, let them go. Even if you do some self-realization and you realize that that person is always giving to you, I'm not talking about monetary or tangibles at all. But if you find that that person is always giving to you, but you have nothing to give to them, or vice versa, you're always giving to them and they have nothing to give to you, let them go. That is not how friendships are supposed to work. You are supposed to feed into one another, help one another grow. Ain't no relationship with somebody that's one-sided. It just don't work like that. Reason number 3. If you find that this person has never, or I'm not going to say never because they could have helped you at one point, but if you find that you are no longer growing with this person, if this person hasn't taught you or is no longer teaching you ways to grow, or you haven't grown from associating with them, let them go. In friendships, you're supposed to grow one another. You're supposed to grow in some way, shape, or form. Even the friendships that I no longer have in my life, I can at least say that they helped me grow in some kind of way, whether it was something that something super positive that they taught me, or they taught me what I didn't want to. They taught me what I did and did not want out of life. Like whatever it may be, I've learned something from every friendship that I've had. If you are no longer learning from this person, if you are no longer growing in any type of way by associating with this person, let them go. Number 4, this one is plain as day. If they are not celebrating your successes, I don't care how big or minuscule, if they are not celebrating your successes with you, if you come to them so excited, maybe you just thought about an idea and you're like, oh my God, I just had this great idea. And they come to you with any type of negative energy and tell you why it wouldn't work, even though you just presented this idea to them, let them go. That right there portrays jealousy over support. Some people want you to grow or succeed just as much as they succeed. They don't want you to succeed any more than them. They don't want you to grow more than them. There are some people out there like that, and some of them are your friends, and you've seen it. You're a little delusional. Let them go. The fifth reason is if you can no longer relate to this person with anything, maybe your goals are no longer aligning, or maybe they're not even ambitious. Maybe they don't want more out of life. If there's just no way that you can relate to this person, y'all see things totally different. Y'all are on two totally different sides of the spectrum. They're living like this, you're living like this, you're moving towards this, and they're moving towards this. If you can no longer relate to that person, let them go. Okay? Because 9 times out of 10 in a situation like that, that person has already served their purpose in your life. It's time. I don't know who this is for, but it's time. And it's okay. And yes, it might hurt a little, but it's necessary. There's some pain that is necessary. And letting people go when their purpose is up in your life, it's painful, but it's necessary. If that person tends to undermine your goals, let them go. Every goal that you have is attainable. The only reason you've had a vision of accomplishing such goal is because you are capable of it. I do believe that God gives us visions and gives us goals that are attainable. They don't think that they can obtain it. Those type of people are very dangerous. They're very dangerous, and they will dang near do whatever they have to do to stunt your growth, to stunt your process, to help you not accomplish that goal. The 7th reason I'm gonna give you to let them go is if they are a negative influence in any way, shape, or form. If you tell these people you want to no longer drink, you want to no longer smoke, you want to go to church, you want to start reading, if they in any type of way encourage you to do those things that you say you no longer want to indulge in, those negative things that you no longer want to indulge in, if they try to encourage you to continue to do those things, and they don't just simply respect you. Now, this is if you are serious about it, because I hear about stuff like this all the time, like, I don't want to drink no more, and then you're drinking the next day because you want to drink. Like, you know what I'm saying? But if you go to your friends and have a heart-to-heart with them and tell them, listen, I want to continue being your friends, but I can't participate in this. I can't participate in these activities. I can't do this with y'all anymore. If they respect that, those are some real ones. If they help you accomplish that, they are some real ones. But anybody that negatively influence you and try to force you into your old bad habits, let them go. It's plain as day that they are not for you. They are against you, and they don't want you to win. They do not want you to win. Let them go. If they do not offer you any emotional support, we are very emotional human beings. Okay? All of us. I don't care how tough you try to act. We're all emotional. We're made that way. We are programmed that way. We are built that way. That is how we are made. It's a part of who we are as humans. If they no longer offer you emotional support during your times of need, maybe you go and tell them that you're depressed or you're sad about this, and they respond and tell you why they're sad and tell you that they're depressed instead of like trying to uplift you in any kind of way. Now, there's another conversation that can be had about this too, with when dealing with somebody else that's dealing with somebody that has depression like you. That's a whole nother topic for another day. But y'all know what I'm talking about. If you go to them and they offer you no emotional support whatsoever, cut ties. Cut ties. Cut ties, because they can't serve you in any other way. That is dang near the minimum effort. That is the bare minimum of what you should be able to expect out of a friendship. You should at least be able to expect emotional support. And when you can't get that from them, they're not even giving you the bare minimum. You're not asking for anything tangible, any physicals, any financials, any nothing. Like you just need them to be there. And if they can't do that, child, please. If a person is causing you more stress than joy, if they are causing you more stress than joy, if your anxiety is high when you go around them, or if you dread being around them, if you dread going out with them, if you're like, oh my God, bro, I don't feel like talking to this girl today. Like, if that is what you're feeling when it comes to that friendship, babe, that should be a no-brainer. It don't take much. Let it go. And lastly, if your friendship has become more of a chore, it's become a chore. It's almost like a job. It's almost like, let me make sure I text them so they don't think I'm mad at them. Or if you have to put in so much effort that you would put into doing a chore at home to maintain a friendship with somebody, it's not it, sis. It's not it, my brother. Let them go, babe. If a friendship is costing you more than you can give, it's time. It's time. I hope this helps. I will talk to you guys in the next episode. Until then, take care.
I search for